from David Dannewitz against Quint Stevenson, who's playing Merfolk. Hey! So, I believe Quint is the player who, he came over from Kansas City to play in this tournament.
Was worried that he didn't register in time, got capped out.
Yep.
We were able to get him as a late entry, and now locked up a Tay-2 berth for his trouble, and potentially in a position to go 8-1.
Yeah, he was one of the players who, because the event sold out so soon, he actually messaged the Star City page and he's like, I'm on my way from Kansas City. I didn't register. What can I do? And it's like, dude, you got to get on the waiting list like everybody else. He got here at 7 a.m.
Yep.
Like it's Black Friday, outside the convention center waiting for it to open. Got on the waiting list, crossed his fingers. He got into the tournament. And he said, I thought about playing Death Shadow. Going to play Merfolk because I know it well. And here we go.
And I have to assume this matchup is not very good here for Stevenson.
I don't think so.
He has no interaction. I know it's Merfolk, but there's no counter spells in the main deck here. And if Dannewitz has the draw, it might just happen now.
Yeah.
Again, the way the combo works is you have either Pure Steel Paladin or Sfram, all the 0-mana equipment that the format has to offer. You can retract, pick everything up, draw a bunch of cards. You add mana on this path via Mox Opal, and you Grape Shot as a Storm kill.
3 Simian Spirit Guides, a Pact Negation, Noxious Revival, 2 Grape Shots, a Hurkyl's Recall, which actually acts as retract number 5 is their SRAM. So if Quint didn't know what he was playing against before, he sure does now.
Yep.
And it's not good news. Oh, getting a Storm counter. Are we going now?
Oh, yeah, he's going now.
All right. Draw a card.
So I said that the deck mulligans really poorly because, of so much of the draws being dead ends. Part of the reason a lot of the draws are dead ends is because you play with so many zeros. What that means is when you do have the draw, you can often just go because it's so likely you just keep the ball rolling the whole time.
Draw a card. That's the Kite Shield, I think.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about what the names of them are.
Yeah, it's a Quarter Shield, Bone Saw, Kite Shield, and Spider Silk Net, Paradise Mantle also. Whatever.
Here's Retract.
If they didn't have text box, it would play the same way.
I like trying to get them right. I don't know that one. Which one are you? I think that's Cathar's Shield.
Yeah, sure.
There's the Kite Shield. Yes, I got it right. Yes, Cathar's Shield. Another Kite Shield. Draw another card. Simian Spirit Guide, very fair card. Noxious Revival.
You get the retract back on top of your deck. Draw it with your zeros.
Yes, there's another equipment. Bone Saw.
Bone Saw's ready.
A Ben Lundquist favorite, I believe.
Yeah, and a me favorite too.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Paradise Mantle. Draw. There's a Mox.
It doesn't draw off the Mox, but this is, again, just a way to make mana, pick all that up. Blah, blah, blah.
6, 12, 15. Yeah, he's just dead this turn.
Dead.
He's just dead.
This is not close. He's going to draw his whole deck if he wants to.
Dude, sweet. You played an Island and a Vial, and then you died.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I think Stevenson, I'm guessing, is still pretty happy on the balance with how his weekend has played out.
Yeah, so far.
Been some highs and lows.
Yeah.
This is a low. And now with the Paradise Mantle alongside the Mox Opal, that makes 2 mana. He also has Simian Spirit Guide, so he's not bottlenecked that way.
Can't do it with the Mantle because the creature has Summoning Sickness.
Oh, sure.
So what he can do is Spirit Guide plus the Mox.
He can still Spirit Guide and just do this.
Totally fine. Totally fine. Here's a Mox. That's a Spirit Guide. That's a Grape Shot for 2,000.
Cool!
Yes. This is really fun and interactive.
Yeah.
David Dannewitz.
Delightful.
Hey, up a game over Quint Stevenson. What can you even do? All you can do is smile and laugh it off.
We have, this has been a really robust day one of Modern coverage. We're getting the full range today.
Hasn't it, though? It's been really, we got Revolt Zoo.
Yeah.
We got Green-White Hexproof. We got Pure Steel Paladin. We got plenty of Death's Shadow. What other nonsense have we had? A lot of Bantel Drazi.
Moguls.
Yeah, that was in there.
Worship on camera multiple times.
Yeah,
getting all of it.
Yeah, pulling the veil back on the format. Let's go to the sideboard. I really hope Quint has something. He's got 4 Seas Claim, 2 Hurkyl's Recall, 2 Gutshot, 2 Dispel, 2 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Tidebinder Mage, and Echoing Truth.
Is Retract a sorcery an instant?
I am almost positive it's an instant.
Okay.
It would be, okay, so that effect would be weird if it were a sorcery. You know, like because you can just play as an instant, like bounce your own stuff.
Yeah,
if you were being attacked.
That sounds right to
Yeah,
me.
so it's an instant. Yeah, so you can dispel it.
So dispel, then I think it's probably over the bar. Yeah, the rest of the sideboard is just for other stuff.
Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
I guess you could Echoing Truth a Paladin for a turn, but that doesn't seem like a use of a sideboard slot.
Yeah, you got to be able to stop that thing long term because the next turn it just happens unless you have some way to lock it out.
Dannewitz has 4 Silence, 3 Monastery. Ooh, I like the Mentors in the sideboard. Get to switch it up. 3 Leyline of Sanctities, 2 Pact Negation, 2 Echoing Truth, and a Hurkyl's Recall.
I would imagine that Monastery Mentor kind of comes in the dark in a variety of matchups because if your opponent has some dedicated anti-combo measures, that's an easy way to win the game. You can even just Monastery Mentor, play the equipment, and that's a way to beat a deck like Merfolk.
You're talking my language.
The 4 Silences, I would imagine, are for more dedicated counterspell matchups. Dannewitz still may bring him in here, but the Monastery Mentor stand out to me as being a great add post-board in a variety of matchups.
I dig the Mentor strategy a
Yeah.
lot, actually. That's really smart.
I buy it.
Didn't even think about that at the top, but that seems like a good way to kind of go about, I don't know, maybe taking some people by surprise.
Yep.
I kind of like that.
I think Monastery Mentor is just a great conversion tool for blue-white decks, either in Legacy with Sensei's Divining Top or in Modern in these sort of combo decks as a way to win the game with the combo without having to bring in too many cards to get off of the combo. So you get to keep what you're trying to do, the core of your deck, intact and just have a different path to win.
Okay. Well, those are the options there for both players. And as we get ready here, they're going to shuffle up and sideboard. All that good stuff. Let's talk about the StarCityGames.com YouTube page, where you can go back and watch replays of this tournament, Split Second hosted by Jeremy Knoll, and a whole bunch more. A
lot of archives over at the page, and you can subscribe today over at youtube.com/StarCityGames. Split Second archives, Versus Series archives, Commander Versus archives, Magic Online playtesting, Best of the SCG Tour, and much more. Again, you can subscribe today for free over at youtube.com/StarCityGames and get notified when new content is uploaded to the page.
I do want to remind everyone, make sure you keep your eyes on Split Second. We have that show out about 4 times a week, hosted by Jeremy Knoll. He's giving everybody, kind of updating everyone what's going on around the Magic community, but also more importantly, we have some large announcements that take place over there that are pertinent to those who follow Star City Games. So, for example, Grand Prix Orlando, we announced some things that are taking place for the PTQ there, what format it's going to be, which is standard, entry fee, all that stuff, prizes, things that people do care about. So a lot of the important announcements that are taking place in regards to Star City Games will be on Split Second, hosted once again by Jeremy Knoll. Game number 2 about to be underway here. Don't know if it's going to be a long one. Tough to say. Tough to say.
Doesn't play a lot of turns. It may still be long.
Not a big turn strategy? No. Heck of a deck. I mean, when it's doing its thing, it's doing its thing.
Yeah. And the concern is what happens when Dannewitz had, turn 2 enabler, not countered or interacted with. That's easy mode.
Yeah.
The challenge is what happens in the games that aren't like that.
That's a different story. I played against this deck at Vancouver when I was playing Revolt 2. And it's just, it's very uneasy, the feeling because you just feel like you can die at any moment. So you just kind of wanted to, do your stuff and do your thing. And there was just a turn I played when I was playing Revolt 2. I was like, okay, I'm just going to dump all my stuff out, and, I'm going to leave myself open to dying. And if I die, so be it. My opponent didn't kill me, and then I just had a lightning bolt the rest of the game.
This deck has turn 1 potential, right? If you have Simian Spirit Guide, one of the 2-mana things.
You can play SRAM, because Pure Steel's double white.
Right.
So you can play SRAM, and yeah, you could.
So
you could
on the edge cases, you can turn 1 with this deck.
Yeah, you could go. Well, I like it. I like Dannewitz's build because he's very all in.
Yeah.
Like he has a Pact Negation main deck. He has a 5th Retract and a Hurkyl's Recall. Little infinity, sure.
And I like the Noxious Revival feels like that's a way to get Retract back on top of your deck in the spots where you're going off, and also covers you in random spots where, something has happened with your copies of Grave Shot or whatever. So it can protect your combo in some edge cases, and then in the spots where you're going off, it's still a productive card.
Yeah. And only 14 lands, which I like a lot.
Yep.
Not playing a ton of lands. Don't want to run into a bunch of those when you're going off.
Just got to flood the deck with as many zeros as you can justify, because you want to make sure that if you have one of your 2s, that when you start to go off, you just go off 100% of the time.
Looks like Stevenson's going to mulligan. There was a fun conversation amongst some players on Team Mastrop that were like, what are the best equipment to play? We had like kind of a brief argument about playing Sigil Distinction because you could equip it and attack them. No. No way.
I was told Matt Nass, a recent winner of the Modern Open in Baltimore,
Very smart man.
testing this deck. He's very interested in combo decks, generally speaking. He said there are, in some of the beatdown matchups, you do end up just equipping one of the +0/+3s,
Okay.
and then that's just the lock. Because they're
They
not
just can't get through it.
2/5.
Yeah.
Has vigilance too. You can start, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Start
there
getting
you go.
in.
Okay. Sigil Distinction for like 4. Equip that thing. Now you're attacking for 5.
Oh.
I guess if it's Spiritual Paladin, free equips these. Yeah, 4 quarter shields, 4 bone saws. Bone saw always makes me laugh. 4 Cathar shield, 4 Paradise Mantle, 4 Spider Silk Net, 2 Kite Shield.
I like there are the rare low power designs that no matter what your ability level is in Magic, that you find there's something charming and appealing about them. Everyone played with Ornithopter back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And Bonesaw's got the same sort of, well, it's free.
Just a free +1.
Move that thing around.
Yeah.
Hard to say no.
6 cards here for Stevenson.
I think this might be 5.
That's 5. I'll take that back.
4 p.m. Legacy Challenge players.
That the body language here not engendering a lot of confidence.
All
right.
Once again, 4 p.m.
I think this. Oh no, he's got no play.
For round 4 with the green paper.
He has no play.
I've enjoyed every part of this match so far.
He'll pass this.
If you are bothered by watching this, you and I are different people.
Yeah, this is the highest level of frustration on one side of the table, and the other person I don't think could be happier.
It looks like Stevenson has brought in the Seas claim.
I mean, he's got to get so lucky to win.
Yeah. No counter spells, not much in the way of creature interaction, no Chalice of the Void. Bone Saw off the top.
Here's Steam Vents. Yeah, he does. I mean,
Yes.
the thing is, he doesn't even have to try to go off this turn.
No, he might be able to win this game by just putting Bone Saw on SRAM and getting busy next turn.
That's true.
Doesn't have to go off.
Well, so how about a second Bone Saw? Here we go. F6 is appropriate. That is appropriate. Storm of 6. Pact Negation's not much of anything. Does he have a Mox? I don't think so.
Yeah, he's saying F6, don't, you know.
Ah, he has a Mox. All right, retract. I mean, if this deck does this every round, it's never going to lose.
A lot of combo decks look good against 0 lands.
That's true. Just more great analysis.
Yeah. Whatever, you kind of brought it up.
I deserve it, if that's what you mean. I do deserve it.
I imagine Dannewitz is approaching 100%. No backup this round.
No backup? No backup?
No backup.
No backup match. Thank you. Pick them all up. Baya, another card. I think he just needs a Spirit Guide now. No, play it out. Play it out.
Or a second Mox.
Yeah, also fine.
Yeah. And he's found a Noxus Revival, so that
Gets to go again.
again.
Oh, yeah. Draw another card. Yeah, draw another card. That's it. Assuming he has the Grape Shot. I assume he has it in his hand already.
I think it just has to be impossible for Dannewitz to not be able to win from this spot. Yes!
Where's that red card? Ba-boom. Put you out of your misery. 2 turn, 2 kills. That's totally fine. Totally fine in Modern. Totally fine. David Dannewitz, everybody. He's 8-1 here at Pure Steel Paladin. Defeats Quint Stevenson. Do you want to call him games? 2 games to 0?
I don't know.
Do you want to call him that?
They're all the same to me.
All right.
2 games to me.
Yeah.
Check clears. Both people sign the match slip. Whatever. Those were 2 games.
You know that feeling when you play in a tournament. You just played a tournament
in
Baltimore. That round 9 feeling where you really want to